Imagine waking up one morning to discover that your savings are gone, your job no longer exists, and the institutions you trusted can no longer provide certainty. I'm Dr. Mark Ali, population health researcher and implementation scientist. And together, we're exploring how communities survive, adapt, and reinvent themselves during periods of profound change. So thank you for joining me for yet another discussion of the conversion. As always, I introduce the next topic of discussion, participants engage in our community conversations, and I return to share the observations, themes, and lessons that emerge from those unable to participate in the full richness of the discussion. So today, we're examining the conversation that was had of one of history's greatest lessons in human adaptation, the Great Depression, survival through reinvention. When many people think about the Great Depression, they think about stock market crashes, bread lines, and bank failures. Those things certainly happened. But beneath the economics was something much more profound, a massive disruption in human expectations. Human expectations. People believed that the system they trusted would continue to provide stability. Banks were trusted, employment was expected, financial institutions were assumed to be secure. But then, seemingly all at once, those assumptions collapsed. The Great Depression was not simply an economic crisis. It was a crisis of human certainty. Know it or not, we are at that place again today. Before, families lost savings and believed that they believed were protected. Workers lost jobs and they expected to keep. Communities that had depended on traditional systems of provision suddenly found themselves forced to answer a terrifying question. What do we do when the systems we depend upon can no longer sustain us? The response was not simply survival. The response was reinvention. People adapted. Communities created informal economies. Neighborhoods shared resources. Families consolidated households. Religious institutions became centers of support. Communities developed systems of mutual assistance because they discovered a fundamental truth. People survive together far better than they survive alone. This lesson remains deeply relevant today. While our circumstances are different, many people now experience similar uncertainty as before. And I ask you, are you reinventing yourself or have you given up? Economic insecurity, inflation, technological disruption, and rapid social change have caused many to question the systems we previously trusted. And once again, people are asking, will my job exist tomorrow? Can I afford the life I expected to have? What does my retirement look like? What happens if the institutions around me fail to provide what I need? These questions are not signs of weakness. They are smart questions and signs of awareness. And awareness is the first step in the conversion. Remember, awareness, decision, and commitment. As we move from culture to culture, we recognize that resilience has never been built through isolation. It has always been built through adaptation, cooperation, and community, people coming together. The Great Depression teaches us that human beings possess an extraordinary ability to reinvent themselves when circumstances demand it. But it also teaches us something equally important. No individual survives history alone. That's a fact. Communities survive because people choose to unite, organize, to share burdens, and to create new systems when old systems no longer serve them. The question for us today is not whether change is coming. Hopefully, we all see that. Change is always coming, but guess what? It's always here. The question is, will we face it alone or will we face it together? This has been another report from the conversion. And until next time, be well.